Welcome back to MTV Cribs. Today we got Waylon with the Homestead Edition. He's sporting a second story, small bedroom that has a closet. We finally completely moved out of the RV, sold it. Some of you thought that I could keep it. So here's Exhibit A. Can't believe someone bought this thing. And here's Exhibit B. Gonna go ahead and say there was lots of other little things that just simply did not work. But it was a good place to live for a small period of time, but it had met its day. So anyways, besides that, got rid of a bunch of other stuff, burned some trash, helped my sister get a new sink.
Push it.
Got to destroy the old one and completely miss
Waylon, you didn't even get it all in there.
But here comes all the new things that we did. We put a good old sink top in our bathroom. So now the bathroom's like 90% complete. We put a water filter on, which has seemed to stop a good portion of the buildup of things that destroy all of our water fixtures. Besides that, got a lot of stuff done. We started on the porch. Finally got to get around to that. One of the big reasons I had to put the porch on is because I had to put the siding on. If you remember the last video, we had some leakage into the house. So it is time to completely seal this thing off. But because you have to put metal flashing on before you can go down with it on the siding, the porch has to be added. So Waylon and I got onto this, put the concrete in for our footers, and got to work. Pretty much made this thing out of 4x4s and 2x6s. Of course, this porch will be wrapping around the entire house. We will be doing it one side at a time. Besides that, porches are hella expensive. So with that, I kind of just framed this out. I left the staircase completely undone. I was going to add on to that later.
What do you think, girl?
I will say winter, now that this porch has been made, pretty much spends 90% of her life on the porch, as expected. So we got to that. Waylon actually helped me out with this, doing the rafters, which, also going to say, the rafters all went perfectly, which was surprising. So next thing I did, I started on the concrete slab for the stairs, and after that, I had to wait for it to cure, and steel frame actually called me up, said that my metal was ready, so I went ahead and picked it up and started throwing that on. That did not really take that much time. I actually had a friend, Moss, came out, helped me throw all of this up, got it done in, I don't know, a couple hours, threw it all up there, and we were in it. So after that, once the stairs actually got to getting done, which actually ended up being pretty easy. So we did that, and with that, I was able to finally put some porch boards on. I only bought a small amount the first go-around, and then the second time, I just bought, just kind of a random selection of boards. And I still, to right now, need about 12 boards before the porch is actually done. But that's where you're going to leave this video eventually. So anyways, I started on the electrical in the house because it is starting to get super cold. And I know in the north, super cold, negative, but nah. Texas man, 40 degrees is not my favorite. And once it gets down lower than that, it's not going to be a good day. So I started insulating, had to put the electrical in before it can insulate, obviously. So did the full kitchen, got our exterior lights knocked out, and the entire main room is wired up as far as the plugs. We need to add the fan and some lights into the main room, and then that entire room is ready for insulation. And we did buy all those bags, so we should have enough insulation to pretty much do the entire house at this point. So that's pretty much done. And that kind of brings us close here to our next thing that we started doing, as we started working on putting all of our skirting onto the house, which I'm going to go ahead and say I have been told, hey dog, so when are you going to do that skirting? And Probably should have done it earlier. Probably should have done it like day one. But here we are. Crawling with the spiders and the rest of their friends. And, just getting it done. It honestly took me several days, and I would say that because I mainly hated doing it so much that I just had zero interest in it. It was actually on number 1 of my get done list, and I just kept doing everything else on the list. I simply just used some R-panel, little pieces of block wood, and some gap filler, and then we started throwing Maddie's little roof up to her shed. So did a lot of R-panel work in the last couple weeks, but we're waiting on the ridge cap for her shed, and that'll be done. So that wraps up everything we've been doing for the past 2.5 months. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.